getting
arguably
stripped.
better than the UFC's divisions.
You know, you take that arguably back. Hey guys.
All right. Hold on.
All right, go ahead.
This is the weekly top 5. Oh,
Let's get into it.
Number 5, we got Whitaker versus Rockhold.
Not anymore.
Okay, give me a second. I was getting to it. Okay. Whitaker versus Rockhold. Whitaker was actually injured. It's in, where is it? Australia? New Zealand?
It was in Australia.
I don't know if this is how you do it in Australia.
No, it's not how you do Australian accent, actually.
Okay.
This is how you do Australian accent. Yoel Romero's taking the place of Robert Whitaker
in Australia.
In Australia. So,
Okay.
it sucks, and let's just move on to the next one.
All right,
Number
so
4.
the next one. Jimmy Smith is now part of the UFC. So I feel
Yes.
like this came to a surprise to most people because, Jimmy Smith is the staple of Bellator, basically.
Yeah.
A lot of people saw him as the broke-ass Joe Rogan. I always thought he was a pretty good analyst. I always respected him because I remembered him. At first, I was like, man, who is this broke-ass Joe Rogan?
Bootleg Joe Rogan.
Bootleg Joe Rogan. But then I saw that he was the same guy from the show that I used to watch that I really, really liked, Fight Quest. I was like, hey, man, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy is intellect with the sport, intellectuation. So yeah, man. So that's a blow to Bellator, and Jimmy Smith left, and now he's with Joe Rogan.
Yeah.
So they're gonna be a couple pairs of thumbs with ears.
Yeah,
Right there,
couple melons.
Gonna have a couple melons together.
I didn't see it coming before, and then Joe Rogan had Jimmy Smith on his podcast
Yeah.
because he got fired or whatever, and then it happened.
Sure enough. It
Bellator messed up. UFC did good. Let's move into the next one.
All right, so Floyd and Conor beef on Twitter.
Yeah, they're trying to set up some kind of another money maker. I mean, and the only thing that's gonna make money, it's not gonna be another boxing match. It's gonna be an MMA fight. So I think that's what they're gonna set up.
Well, the only thing is, as far as that goes, with boxing, I'd be willing to watch a second boxing match between them because honestly, like where the boxing match could be competitive, MMA match just Floyd would have no chance, man. He'd get kicked in the head.
But that's what they said about boxing. I mean, that's what they said about McGregor boxing.
But
Right.
Floyd has no ground experience.
But he could learn it.
No, no kick defense. No
He
defense.
could learn it though.
Yeah, if he took like 2 years to prepare for the fight.
And maybe that'll happen. No, I'm just kidding. No.
Nobody's gonna be wanting this fight after 2 years.
I think people would pay to see a Mayweather-Conor McGregor MMA fight more than they would pay for another boxing match. Because they've seen the boxing match, they haven't seen the MMA fight. That's my version.
Well,
That's my
I just think
opinion.
it wouldn't be competitive at all. That's the thing. I just think
He's got hands. Maybe they land. I doubt it.
his only chance is to land something to knock out McGregor, which good luck. Within
At his age, his reflex.
within like the first 30 seconds of the fight, that's about all the chance I've given him. Because then he'll get leg kicked, or he'll get elbowed in the face, or he'll get, in the clinch. Just
Hey
knee in
man,
the
I'm just
face.
saying he could learn
He'll
something.
get dropped,
He could
choked.
learn something. He's an
Arm
athlete.
broken.
He's an athlete. He can learn something. Just like Conor
Within
crossed
how much-
over.
Well, that's because boxing is a natural part of MMA. Yeah, like he had to learn different movements for it.
It's a different
especially
sport.
for boxing.
It's a different sport. It has less to it, but it is a different sport, and he crossed over.
But
I think
MMA has boxing in it, whereas boxing doesn't have groundwork in it. It doesn't
But-
have the intricacies of MMA.
okay, but he could learn. Conor is not the best grappler. That's what I'm saying. That's another thing. He's not the best grappler.
Dude, he
And-
manhandled Chad Mendes with two broken knees.
A 2-week notice, Chad Mendes,
Yeah,
2-week notice,
his
Chad
knees
Mendes.
were
and he didn't manhandle him. Chad Mendes was on him the whole fight. What do you mean?
for the first round, man. For the first
He
round,
almost knocked him out. Chad Mendes could have beat Conor McGregor.
But then he got TKO
he lost,
in round
so-
2. So
Okay, 2-week notice.
okay.
Okay.
Well,
All I'm saying is Floyd could learn. Anybody can learn anything. Is it enough to win in an MMA fight? Probably
but all
not.
I'm saying is it's not enough time. I'm saying he would need like 2 years of preparation.
Okay, to be successful, he needs 2 years.
Yeah.
But I'm saying, like, if he wants to just flip over, he could learn a few things. He's not going to be the best. Obviously, he's going to be weakest on the ground, which is what Conor's going to shoot for.
Or Conor will just kick him in the head, knock him out. That's about it.
Okay,
There's so many more ways it could end in an MMA fight.
There are, okay, but I'm saying that one's more interesting to me than a boxing match, because we've seen the boxing match. We haven't seen the MMA fight.
Okay, man. All I'm saying is that the boxing match, Conor was landing uppercuts on him. And
okay, and then Floyd turns it up and he knocks him out. Basically, it would have kept going. It would have kept going. He would have won still.
Man, it just looked like Conor gassed. It didn't even look like Floyd was punching him that hard.
He rocked him, man. Okay, let's not get it. Next one. Next one. Number 2, Big John. Big John to Bellator.
Big John to Bellator. Okay, this is a power move by Bellator. It seems like it was their last minute replacement for Jimmy Smith.
Yeah.
Which I'd say it was a smart move on their part, getting the guy who probably has the most experience on the rules of MMA, because he's been there since UFC 2.
Yes.
He's been there back since the old days, so.
Bellator made up for letting go of Jimmy Smith. It's perfect. I mean, that's the best option they could have chosen.
Yeah.
One of the best.
Just high up there.
Yeah.
High up there. Probably the best signing of all time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, Bellator's got good fighters too, man.
Yeah, I'm just kidding.
Especially the welterweights, featherweights.
All right, let's go to the next one. Conor getting
arguably
stripped.
better than the UFC's divisions.
No, you take that arguably back.
Conor could be stripped, according to Dana White, on an interview on, what was it?
And the UFC on Fox, they interviewed him after the fights, and he pretty much said Conor could get stripped.
Conor could be stripped, and the next fight would be Tony Khabib for the real championship, which is the fight I want to see.
Yeah.
I want to see Khabib destroy Ferguson, because that's what's going to happen. Man, he going to kill Ferguson, then he going to kill Conor in Russia once Conor comes back, man. You saw what he did to Edson Barbosa, man.
It's a tough fight for Tony. It's a tough fight for anyone. I will agree.
I will give Tony. He can submit him, and Tony always, he's always looking like he's about to get knocked out.
That's what's so
every
interesting.
time.
Yeah, that's what's interesting about
Khabib. Got
if it goes to the ground, we don't know whose world we're gonna be in. If we're gonna be in the ground and pound, if we're gonna be in the submission. I mean, Khabib's always gonna have that threat of Tony submitting him. And stand-up wise,
I don't think he's worried about that.
Stand-up wise, I think Tony's a little higher than Khabib right now. I mean, after his last fight, Khabib, he's getting better.
I think the thing is, he just overwhelms them on the ground that they're so tired that when they get back up for the stand-up, they can't compete anymore.
Exactly. That's the fight most MMA fans really want. Khabib versus Tony, man. That's the super fight.
That's the real championship
of that division.
Because Tony's on like a 9-fight win streak, 10-fight win streak.
Yeah.
And Khabib's on a 25-fight win streak. Damn.
And it has to happen, man.
No! Hey, man, why you trying too hard to make this thing funny?
Hey, why are you trying too hard? All right.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Here's your weekly top 5. Like, comment, subscribe. I gotta have the last word.